So I'm doing some MIDI work today. This project in particular is for the Elektron Octatrack Mark II sampler. And the sampler allows you to send MIDI commands, specifically, among other things, MIDI notes, to control the device through an external controller. Because if you've used or seen the Octatrack, there's a lot of menus, there's a lot of complexity. So when you're doing some live work, you probably want to simplify some of that process. In particular, the selections of slots and slices. Slots is a particular song or sample, and then a slice is a portion of that song or sample. So in order for Octatrack to understand this, you send notes through. And the note ranges depends on the feature. So if the mode is slots, you have the entire range of 0 to 127. If you are dealing with slices, it allows 64 slices. So a given song can be split up into 64 pieces. And so on. So depending on the mode that you're in, the mode that you're trying to control is what note gets sent and what range of notes. So what I have set up here is a QT Py microcontroller, which is connected to 4 Adafruit rotary encoders. And this is kind of my test bed, my proof of concept setup. In the actual device, I'm going to have to use more direct wiring because this jumper wiring is it takes up too much space. Anyhow, the way that it's programmed right now is that each of these separate rotary encoders will send a note, and right now it sets it up so that it starts at note 60, and then it'll either increment up or down. Again, it's a proof of concept. The other thing that the code is set up to do is each one will send through a different channel. So, like for example, this is channel 1, this is channel 2, this is channel 3, this is channel 4. So in Octatrack, you would say, okay, channel 1, set that mode to standard mode, so this would control all the standard stuff. Maybe this does the slots, and maybe this does the slices, and maybe the fourth one does delay control, something like that. So let's show how this works, show that it actually does work. I'll go over to my MIDI monitor here, and what you're going to see is the notes turn on and off. So you can see as I'm incrementing this particular one, we're on port 1, channel 1, and the note is going up as I go clockwise, and if I go counterclockwise, it's going down. Now, if I go over to this one, this third one, similar idea, except you can see it's a different channel. So I'm sorry, the scrolling is kind of not set, so you don't see it for a while. That actually is working. So channel 1, channel 2, channel 3, channel 4, and so on, up to the 16 possible channels in MIDI. So from a proof of concept standpoint, I'm comfortable with this. I've got the control surface stuff working, reading the rotary encoders. They are updating their notes up and down, and I can run multiple channels. So that all proves out well. The one question I have, and this is what we'll work through, is as we turn, do we want it to immediately send that note to the Octatrack, or do we wait until the button is pressed? That we have to work through. And if we have to wait, I kind of want to probably have a display to show what the current value on all of these is. And then there's a bunch of code to limiting the ranges depending on the mode. So, you know, if this one is set to something that it only allows 64 slots, it should only allow up to 64. And or 16 or whatever. So looking good so far. The coding continues.